Your dreams will all come true. If you look inside yourself, you'll find your inner well. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing? Somebody say yeah. We're going to have a great show. We have some real powerful special guests this evening. So put your hands together for the one and only. Are you ready? Say yeah. Are you ready? Without further ado, we bring to you the one and only Mr. Paul Santos.
Yes. Welcome. Welcome to the Paul Santos live show. How's everybody doing tonight? All right. Yes. How about that introduction by the sidekick of the century, the co-host with kahunas, the Sultan of Smooth, and he'll be singing later on, world-class vocalist and entertainer, Chops Turner, right over there. Oh, I'll tell you, we got a big show tonight. Hey, Chops, did you get to see the fireworks this last week? It's kind of like the same thing, Boom, boom. Did you ever see that? I was watching the fireworks and I was thinking, wow, this is great. I'm feeling so patriotic. And then I learned that the fireworks are made in China. Hey, Jeopardy, that show Jeopardy, they're looking for a new host after the passing of Alex Trebek. Well, they have it nailed down to between two people, Mayim Bialik and Ken Jennings. So somebody said, hey, Santos, do you know what it's going to be? And I answered it the way I always answer it when I'm watching the show. What is? I have no clue. You ever notice that it's really tough? They have those categories like, let's see, authors of the 15th century for 2000, please. Does anybody know that? I mean, oh my God, I just don't. Hey, did you see the parking meter controversy? There was a parking meter controversy. They doubled the fines. $20 from $10 to $20 if you're late getting back to feed the meter. Imagine that. Wow, that is just terrible. Talk about the true daily double, Alex. Whatever happened to deal or no deal? Hey, I was noticing that they have this new ice cream place that has cannabis in the ice cream. Did you hear about this? It's pretty cool. Yeah, cannabis right in the ice cream. It's called Cold Stoned. Just think you waited all week for this.
2 weeks.
Chops actually tried some, but he got a brain freeze. Hey, due to problems in England, Prime Minister of England, Boris Johnson, is quitting. Did you hear about that? Yeah, he had all kinds of problems and scandals. In fact, the latest thing that happened to him was he promoted someone who had a sex scandal. Imagine that. Gee, in the United States, that makes you the front runner. So then he got on television and he said, he was trying to be so proper. He said, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow Englanders, Her Majesty, take this job and shove it. Read my lips, I am quitting. Hey, the folk festival happened this weekend. Anybody go to the folk festival? Yeah, the folk festival, that was exciting. Downtown New Bedford, I went down there for a little while. It's really great, the folk festival. They've had that in a while. After I left there, I went to a fork festival. You know what that is, Casey? No, that's different. No, I went to a fork festival. I went to an expensive restaurant, and then the bill came in. I realized I could fork. Anyway, is our guest still here? Yes, yeah, okay, all right, just checking. Hey, one more thing, there's a New Bedford couple. That got engaged on the television show American Ninja Warrior. You see that in the news? Got engaged right on national television. Well, American Ninja Warrior is a show where they do obstacle courses. So my wife said, obstacle courses? Wait till they get married. There'll be an obstacle course. And finally, sigh of relief. Do you ever take your dog? What's the name of your dog? Zorba? Zoba the Greek? Zara? I thought it was Zoba. It was Zaba? You ever take Zaba for a walk? You make sure you bring the little cleany things there, you know? In New Bedford, right, you can take your dog all around the park and everything. You can take your dog to the cemetery. Well, in Westport, Massachusetts, the dogs are not allowed in the cemetery. You know why? Because when people bring their dogs in the cemetery, the dog likes to pay his respects. Going through.
We're going downhill.
Well, anyway, great to have everybody here tonight. We have a great show. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Whaler Inn and Suites, Banquet and Conference Center. That's where we are tonight. You can have a bar mitzvah. You can have a wedding. You can have a birthday. You can have all kind of wild party and everything over here. So get in touch with them. Also, our Bristol County Media. Surf Pro of Dartmouth, New Bedford. Doug Glassman is here tonight to talk about Surf Pro. Tomatoes Italian Grill in Mashpee, Massachusetts. Aaron Pools and Spas and Double Bar Music. Okay, on our show here, we always highlight the talented, the interesting, and the entertaining from our area. We're our guest tonight. She just checks all of those boxes. She's talented, interesting, and entertaining. She's had a great career so far, former Miss New Bedford, and she's also been out there on the Norwegian cruise ships, just dazzling them with her performances. Let us welcome right now, Alyssa Matoza. All right. Thank you very much for being here, Alyssa. How are you?
Having me. I'm great.
I'm so glad to have you here tonight. We're going to do a couple of songs for us, so let's get right into it. What is the first song you'd like to do tonight?
Landslide by my favorite band, Fleetwood Mac.
All right, I'm glad to hear that that's your favorite band. It makes me feel like, fresh and up to date and stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, Alyssa Matoza.
Thank you. I'm going to take this stand back. This is Girl on Fire, which I will be singing later. Thanks, Chops. But
Got fired.
that's all right. It gives me time to get this mic situated. There we go. Thank you. I took my love and I took it down. I climbed a mountain and I turned around. And I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills where the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life? Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, children get older, and I'm getting older too. Yeah. Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. Yeah, I'm getting older too. Yeah, I took my love and I took it down. Yeah, and if you climb a mountain and you turn around, and if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills where the landslide brought me down, and if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, well, maybe, well, maybe the landslide will bring you down. Thank you.
How about that, Alyssa Matoza, ladies and gentlemen? That was a great job. Step right up a little closer over here if we could so everybody can see you. Hey, that was a great job in that song. Now, why do you choose that song? Why do you like that one in particular? Because that is a classic.
I just love Fleetwood Mac. I think they have an amazing ability to tell a story. And I feel like I've grown a lot over the past year. I've traveled a lot. I've had amazing experiences. I graduated college last year. And I've loved that song ever since I was a kid. So, yeah.
Well, I know you're originally from Dartmouth. You graduated Dartmouth High School, I understand, right? And you were big in the theater. You really like singing and performing. Why is that?
I don't know. I started dance when I was 2 years old, and I never got off the stage ever since. I went in South Coast Children's Theater. My mom was one of the founding board members of South Coast Children's Theater right in New Bedford. And then I continued on with theater in high school at Dartmouth High. And I've been singing with the Showstoppers community service vocal troupe ever since I was 7. I've just been surrounded by it my whole life, and I knew that that's what I wanted to do. So.
And of course, becoming Miss New Bedford 2020. What a thrill that was. What was that like when they announced your name?
I just felt utter joy. I had been involved in the program since I was 13. My dance teacher at the time was the choreographer, and she convinced me to do their teen program way back when I was 13. So I was Miss New Bedford's Outstanding Teen. And then by the time I was 19 years old, I was crowned Miss New Bedford, and I had been dreaming about that ever since I was 5, watching the Miss New Bedfords go around the community and make a difference. And I was just overjoyed. And then I got to be Miss New Bedford for an extra year because of COVID.
I remember that. 2 years as Miss New Bedford. So then, of course, you've always enjoyed singing, and you've been able to hone your craft and improve to the point where you got a job singing on the Norwegian cruise line. So exciting. Went away for 6 months singing and performing. What an experience that must have been.
It was incredible. I got to live on the ship for 6 months. I was away from family, which was hard at times, but I got to travel the world. I got to meet people from all over the globe. Some of my best friends, I can now say, are from the UK, Hungary, Australia, Ukraine, South Africa, and all over the US as well. So it was just an amazing experience. It took me a while to get there. I had a few auditions in New York. So I took the train, did the whole audition thing in New York. And when I got that email that I got the job, I was just so happy. I'd been working for this for a while, and I had just graduated from Rhode Island College with degrees in musical theater and dance. And I was just looking to use my degree. So I was really happy when I got that call.
Well, you know, going on a cruise ship, right? People see the performances by the great artists that are there. And, you know, you're not really thinking about the work and the time that they put in. But obviously, there's a lot of work. There's a lot of fun. There's a lot of joy. You enjoy connecting with the audience. But how about the work to get ready to get that performance at the level that you want it?
You have to be in tip-top physical, vocal, mental shape, because that is your whole life. You live, you perform, you work on the ship. And I have never built up my stamina more. I was running up and down stairs. I was dancing. I was singing. I had to do a pop show, a rock show, and a Broadway show. And no other industry, no other job in this career that I have makes you do all those kind of crazy things with your voice in one contract. So one day I'd be singing in pop mode. The next day I'd be singing in rock. The next day I'd be singing Broadway. And it was just getting my body and my mind and my voice healthy to do that was an uphill climb for a minute, but we rehearsed all together for a month. And then we finally got guests, and it was just uphill from there. And I got to travel and, have a great time.
What about clothes? Do they have to give you clothes as far as, fitting the genre of what you're performing and stuff like that? Tell me about that. What's that like?
So we had a really nice, really big dressing room, and they shipped all of our costumes from their creative studios in Tampa, and we all got fitted perfectly just to our size, and every show had different costumes for us. But as far as our wardrobe for when we were just roaming about the ship in guest areas, I could wear what I wanted and go up and eat in the buffet or in the dining hall and go watch the other shows, watch the bands. So that was really a treat.
So they give you some time off? I mean, how does that work? You work a few days and then a couple of days off, that kind of thing?
Yeah, it depends on how long the cruises are. So when we were doing 4-day cruises, I performed for 3 days because we had 3 shows. But then when we were doing the 9-day cruises, we still only had 3 shows. So I had a lot of days off, and we were rehearsing in between, doing some other things together, taking some dance classes. But for the most part, I was just out exploring all the amazing islands that we were in. So
you got to go sit by the pool, you got to go to the islands, and you got to go on excursions and all this stuff, right?
Yeah, it was really fun. Mm-hmm.
All right, so what's in the future plans for you?
So I actually started rehearsals today for Beauty and the Beast at New Bedford Festival Theater. Yes, go support New Bedford Festival Theater at the Zeiterion. I am what you would call a swing. And so for those of you who don't know, a swing learns all of the parts in the show. And then if anybody gets sick or gets injured, I fill in for them at the drop of a hat. So I'm learning all of the female ensemble roles, and then I'm covering the characters of Belle and Babette. So I just started that today, and that's my next job for now. And then after that, I am going to be around the area until the end of October. So I'm available to hire for gigs. Yeah. I have my whole setup all together. I'm available to hire for gigs to perform. And then I'll also probably go visit the old dance studios I used to teach at and help them out. Yeah.
Great stuff in the future for
Thanks.
Alyssa, that's for sure. All right, now you're going to do the other song, right? The one that came on by mistake before, that one? He's not only the psychic of the century, he's also the audio technician. It's the Chops Turner. Anyway, no, he does a great job, You got the right song now, right? All right, what's this one going to be? I got you.
This is Girl on Fire by Alicia Keys.
This girl is on fire. I know that song. All right, here's Alyssa Matoza.
Thank you. She's just a girl and she's on fire, hotter than a fantasy, lonely like a highway. She's living in a world and it's on fire, filled with catastrophe, but she knows she can fly away. Whoa, whoa. She's got her feet on the ground and she's burning it down. Whoa, whoa. She's got her head in the clouds and she's not coming down. This girl is on fire. This girl is on fire. She's walking on fire. This girl is on fire. Looks like a girl, but she's a flame, so bright she can burn your eyes. You better look the other way. You can try, but you'll never forget her name. She's on top of the world, the hottest of the hottest girls. Said, whoa, whoa. We got our feet on the ground. Yeah, we're burning it down. Whoa, whoa. We got our head in the clouds. Yeah, we're not backing down. This girl is on fire. This girl is on fire. She's walking on fire. This girl is on fire.
stares as she goes by, 'cause they can see the flame that's in her eyes. Watch her as she's lighting up the night. Nobody knows, but she's a lonely girl, and it's a lonely world. But she gon' let it burn, baby. This girl is on fire. This girl is on fire. She's walking on fire. This girl is on fire. Whoa, 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 she's just a girl and she's on fire. Thank you.
All right, Alyssa Matoza. Hey, thank you so much for being with us tonight. And it's really a real pleasure. And I know that you were coming up the ranks. I know you get your mom, your grandma here. A lot of support, right, as you were coming up as a young kid?
Yeah, of course. My whole family has been great. I call it my huge village. They came to see me on the cruise. My grandma was everybody's grandma on the cruise. It was really great.
You know, we have the good fortune of going on a cruise. And the first thing I did was I looked up, and oh, maybe Alyssa's going to be there. I was like, oh, she's not on that one, you know. But that's all right. The next time we go on a cruise, we'll make it a point to look it up first. And then we'll come out, and my wife and I will come out and we'll party with you. That'd be great, huh?
Yeah, and everyone can figure out what ship I'm on next if you follow me on Instagram and Facebook and everything at Alyssa Maitoza.
All right, Alyssa Matoza, thank you very much. All right. Thank you for being here. All right, what a great guest. Again, we'd like to take the opportunity to thank our sponsors, Bristol County Media. We also have Tomatoes Italian Grill, located down there in Mashpee, Massachusetts. In fact, you know who performs there every single Saturday night? That gentleman right there he is, Chops Turner, Saturday nights. Hey, Chops, what are you doing? Are you on your iPhone over there? No, he's the video technician. That's what he's doing over there. We also have Aaron Pools and Spas. We have Double Bar Music. And you know who's a great sponsor of our show? The gentleman is going to come up here right now, as a matter of fact. He owns and runs Serve Pro of Dartmouth, New Bedford. In fact, he helped us out at our house one day, put your hands together for Mr. Doug Glassman. Come on down, Doug. Oh, you didn't know what you were in for, did you, Doug? Nice to see you. Step right up. There he is. You know, Doug Glassman, he's a real good friend, former neighbor, and also somebody who's done a great job over there at Surf Pro Dartmouth. First of all, we appreciate you supporting our show. We're trying to do a local version of the Tonight Show. We like to have a few laughs. We like to put on great performances like you just heard from Alyssa Matoza and stuff like that. So we're really happy that you're supporting us, and we really appreciate that.
You know, I'm happy to be here, but I must say, man, that is a tough act to follow. I mean, you bring me up here after that. I mean, Alyssa, that was unbelievable. It really was. And I am not singing tonight. I will tell you that right now.
Oh, don't you got that low voice? Maybe you can do a little Sinatra or something.
Well, yeah, a little bit of Tom Jones, you know what I mean?
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. Yeah, that whole thing. Well, anyway, tell me about yourself. Are you from this area originally?
I am originally from Dartmouth. Grew up in this area. You know, in school, I left to go to UMass Amherst, and I was in the Boston area for about 10 years after that. But then I came back about 10 years ago and love it here. So
this guy has one of those radio voices, doesn't he? Yeah. You know, then you say easy 99.1.
Easy 99.1.
There's a cheap plug for Easy, my friend Scott Renish. Yeah, you could do a little side gig as a radio announcer. So how did you get involved in business?
I mean, I went to business school. I came from a family of entrepreneurs. I was looking at different businesses, different things, and it was an industry that kind of caught my eye. It was more of, you know, helping people, had a great brand, and it was just an opportunity. So it just all kind of came together, and I had the opportunity to purchase the business for someone, and it was down in this area. It's a franchise system, but this one was available down here. And where better than where my roots were originally from. So I was able to replant myself down here and run a business, do my day in, day out thing that I love to do. And actually, I guess real quick, what I'm doing is ServPro. There's 3 ServPros that cover South Coast Mass. So, Fall River and Dartmouth, Bedford, Marion, Middleborough, and all the surrounding towns that cover South Coast. And what we specialize in is fire, water, mold, cleanup, restoration, and other kind of disaster cleaning and restoration. All the stuff that when you're running away from it, we run in and we take care of it. So
I'm going to tell you a personal story. This is true. We had a little fire in the lower level of our house, and unfortunately, my wife ran out and grabbed the hose. I was upstairs actually taking a nap. And that's a true story. My wife never lets me forget this. I'm taking a nap. Yeah, that was my cremation, says Crazy Casey. So I heard this commotion. I'm like, what's going on? I was looking downstairs. My wife stayed with the hose. I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding? What a real hero, huh? Yeah, a real good catch. Anyway, there was a lot of smoke in the house, right? So we're like, what do we do now? So then we called ServPro, and we opened up all these windows, right? So then the ServPro people came and they said, wait a minute, you're not supposed to open all the windows because then the smoke won't go out. So they opened one window over here, one window over there, put all kinds of fans and everything else. And the smoke was all gone. I couldn't believe it. A real professional job that they can do, right?
Exactly. We have all the tactics, the technology, the training, the know-how. I mean, it's what the team does day in, day out. And I'm lucky and fortunate. The team that I have, they're awesome. They grind, they get it done. But like you said, they knew the right way to set it up. Combination of, exhausting the building properly, setting up, HEPA air scrubbers, and then the cleaning process. Every inch of that house got clean to get that odor out and make it, the tagline. I'll let you say that.
They made it like it never even happened. I love saying that. That's why I kept, saying I need you to be one of our sponsors just so I can do that. I love to do that. We had a flood too in the cellar too one time. Yeah, we had a flood and there was all water in there, and then they pumped it out, and then I'm thinking, you have that like mildewy smell. And I'm like, we're never going to be able to get rid of this. All of a sudden, they brought this machine down, and things like, ging, 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 and like, we had to put up with the noise for a day or two. Next thing you know, it was like it never even happened.
You're going to keep saying all these disasters in your home, and they're going to feel bad for the missus for you. And he's also one of our best customers. So always happy to help. Always happy to help.
So it is, a kind of a business that, it's almost like you perform this business, but obviously you're only going to get a call when something negative happens. But you have to be there in case something happens like that. So obviously you're fulfilling a very important need.
We do. Like I said, it's a passion. The people that, I work with in the team, it's a passion of ours to help people. And also, the challenging part is like a lot of first responders, we call ourselves second responders, right? 24/7, 365. We're available when you have that disaster and you need someone to come and respond and help. We're there to assist.
And anything in the future coming up, you're just going to continue to grow the business and continue to do the job as best you can down the road?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Keep doing what we're doing and assisting. One thing we have gotten into this in the last year and a half is the reconstruction portion of it. So where there's a big mold, fire, water, we have to tear out, the damaged materials. We're actually putting it back together, and all the customers we're doing it for, they're loving it and actually asking us to do it because it's so hard to find contractors these days and reputable ones. So we're there, and we're actually that division of our company is really taking off. So.
If you've ever gone into Doug's business before, you'll notice there's a lot of machinery and all that state-of-the-art stuff because you need all that in order to perform the service.
Absolutely. Like I said, we have all the technology, the tactics, and man, everything is green, as you know. So from our trucks to all the equipment, we bleed green. So we got it all.
But the most important thing is they make it like it never even happened. Hey, thank you very much for sponsoring us. Really appreciate it. Doug Glassman, ServPro, Dartmouth.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Have a good night.
All right, Doug Glassman, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Hey, you got summer wind on there. Can you get me summer wind? We have a little time to. Chops Turner is actually going to perform, but I just want to tell you a quick little story, right? So I hit 60 years old, right, and I'm seeing Chops Turner sing over there, and I'm seeing people singing. I'm like, gee, I can't sing for beans, right? So then I'm thinking I sing in the shower, and I drive my wife crazy. But then one day I was like, maybe I'll learn a few things, So I go down and see Sharon Jensen, who's actually going to be here next week with one of her students. And I said to Sharon, I said, look, I am a real tough case. Can't sing for anything, way off pitch. So we started working on it, and I think I got from terrible to mediocre. So like if I can just get from from mediocre to top notch, then maybe that'll be something. So we're going to do a little experiment tonight. While we're doing that, I'm going to reach forward over here, and I'm going to thank a lot of the viewers that are watching here tonight. We have a lot of viewers. We have a lady by the name of Andrea Ryan who's watching in London, England today. How about that? That's one of our favorite viewers. We have Lynn Marie Scrivano who's looking in from Niagara Falls, New York. How about that? And we have Mark Scanlon, Donald Reed, Tina Bennett, David Lamas Andrade, Bruce C. are all watching tonight, so thank you for looking in. I'm glad you tuned in tonight because Alyssa Matoza, she was fantastic, and Doug Glassman as well. And how are we doing over there? You all set? All right, I'm gonna take a crack at this. So just bear with me. Okay? This is a little Frank. Speaking of Frank Sinatra. All right, let's see what we can do over here. We didn't have the house band tonight, so we had a few minutes to kill. So all right, here we go. Let's do a little sway over here. I got it. I don't know. I feel the wind coming over the Acushnet River right now, coming in over East Beach. All right, here we go. The summer wind came rolling in from across the sea. It lingered there to touch your hair. Walk with me. All summer long, we sang a song, and then we strolled that golden sand. Two sweethearts and the summer wind, like painted kites, those days and nights, they went flying by. The world was new beneath a blue umbrella sky. And softer than a piperman, one day it called to you. I lost you to the summer wind. The autumn wind and the winter winds, they have come and they have gone. And still a day, those lonely days, they go on and on. And guess who sighs his lullabies to nights that never end? My fickle friend, the summer wind, the summer wind. Thank you very much, Summer wind coming over the Acushnet River. Right over Clark's Cove, I'll tell you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we're going to bring up a comic. Well, he's an alleged comic. He gets a little nutty. In fact, he goes by the name of the Sultan of Squat. Like you've heard of the Sultan of Swing? It's the Sultan of Squat. Ladies and gentlemen, crazy, kooky Casey, here he is. Come on, Casey. How are you? No, don't hurt yourself on the way over here. Come on. Oh, you're supposed to come out the curtain.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Come on over here. Step right up.
Spend days and hours rehearsing this, and I'm the one that lives in a nursing home and supposedly has dementia. Oh, boy, you got a long way to go, buddy.
Take one step forward here. Take one step. We want to see. Come on, you and I, we're buddies, aren't we?
Yeah. It was such. The wheelchair car didn't come tonight, so I didn't have a ride. So one guy said, "I'll take you." He's got an electric wheel cart that he uses around our nursing home. I said, "No, that ain't." No. Then another guy's got a moped. What are you laughing about? Do you have a moped?
No.
You look like a moped guy.
Yeah?
He looks like a bulldozer guy. One of the best things in the old days in my youth would be running behind Chops, especially when somebody was chasing us. He could carry the TV and still run,
Wait a minute. You and Chops did things you weren't supposed to back in the day? Is that right? I never heard that before.
Oh, well, we took a vow of silence.
Oh, you have the right to remain silent. You know that, right?
Yeah, but he's a bulldozer guy. That's my kind of guy. But you know something? I've been taking this management angry course, so it makes me more angry. So I know I've been really taking things out on you all the time, but I finally brought you a present. Because your ties always suck. Hell, come on. You want to be like Johnny Carson, then dress like him. I brought you a beautiful tie.
Thank you very much. Let me see that.
Don't touch it till I give it to you. I know you're probably not familiar with that, but that's the whaleman statue. Yeah. Oh, you like it, huh? Well, I was going to give it to you. Maybe I'll give you. And guess where it comes from?
Silversteins. Yeah, the old original Silversteins. That's pretty cool. That goes back a couple of years.
Long before you knew about buying clothes, and this is when people could buy good clothes. So I want you to have that.
I'm going to wear that next week.
I know you always use those knots that, do you know how to tie a double Windsor? Well, you should try that. You're so skinny, you need a wider knot.
See this? They got a harpoon on there. I feel like I'm getting harpooned over here.
That was the general idea. But I really didn't have time to tie it the way I wanted to, so I brought you the instructions.
Oh, wow.
I know you're Portuguese. You'll never get to there unless you go to here. It's a step-by-step guide by a professional newsman.
Is that what you meant by a Windsor knot?
That's it.
That's a hell of a Windsor knot.
Yeah. But I mean,
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Yeah.
Don't kill yourself.
Thank you. All right. In closing,
Nothing. The hell of it. I don't get paid for this.
hey, people, you got what you paid for.
You know what? Chops laughs because he makes believe he gets paid. And then you make me come over here to sit next to him so keep him company so he doesn't get bored. And if he walks out on you like the rest of this, where the hell's the band?
Oh, yeah, but you couldn't make it tonight.
Where's the video audio guy?
Well, yeah, he couldn't make it either.
Yeah, well, you know what? Guess what? Hello? You're a lawyer, aren't you? We want to get paid, for God's sake.
Jim Casey, ladies and gentlemen, get out of here. Get out of here. All right. Oh, look at this. I'm gonna wear this tie next week. This will be great, huh? Oh my God. Well, Alyssa didn't know what she was getting herself into when she came down here. I didn't know they're gonna have a crazy comedian like that. Where the heck did they get this guy? I'm a former Miss New Bedford. I'm on a cruise show. I'm classy. I gotta listen to this guy. All right. Well, we talked about the sidekick of the century, the co-host with cojones. He's going to come up and sing a song. And, you notice when I slipped my little amateurish song in there, although I think I'm getting a little better. But I never put myself after Chops. I made that mistake. Like Doug didn't want to go after Alyssa. I never go after Chops because Chops is a real professional. What are you feeling tonight there, Chops? Are you going to sing to him? No. I'd like to have you come up right now if you'd like to. Would you like? So what do you got? Ladies and gentlemen, world-class vocalist and entertainer, Mr. Chops Turner. Here he is. A real professional. Take it home, baby. Take it home.
Give it up for Paul, yo. He crazy. That young lady sounds so good. Yeah. You go, girl. Casey, you crazy, man. I thought I'd do a little Tennessee whiskey, even though I don't drink. But after tonight, I might need one with the Casey. Used to spend my nights out in the bar room. Liquor was the only friend I know. but you rescued me from reaching the bottom and brought me back from being too far gone. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm of a glass of sweet tasting brandy. Honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. Yeah, babe. I look for love in the same old places. Found the bottom of the bottom always dry. But I poured out my heart, I didn't waste it. 'Cause there is nothing like your love. Get me high. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm of a glass of sweet tasting brandy. Honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. Yeah, babe. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm of a glass of sweet tasting brandy. Honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you.
All right, Chops Turner, world-class vocalist and entertainer. After you shut that off, Chops, I want to have you come back because we want to talk a little bit about Chops, right? Chops plays every single Saturday night at Tomatoes Italian Grill down there in Mashpee, Massachusetts. It's one of our sponsors, and Mark Petrillo is on board helping us out here, so we really appreciate it. So step right up to the table. You're too far away. There we go. See? We got to get that handsome Mr. Chops Turner a little bit closer this way. No, do the other way. The electric side. So for people, everybody knows you, but you're a Providence guy that kind of settled down in New Beige, right? Why'd you pick New Beige?
New Beige is a great place, especially for entertainment. That's right, Tavares. He knows the deal. Tavares, that's right. Tavares, that's right. Tavares. Oh yeah, I'm watching Tavares and Jeffrey Osborne and all the great ones who made it to the pinnacle of success. Inspired me as a young boy. Oh yeah.
And then you went down to the Apollo Theater down there in New York City, and you went to the contest, and then you come in third place. He didn't come in second place. He came in first place. Chops Turner, yes he did.
Well, the Apollo is a litmus test to anyone who's trying to reach the next level of, I call it economics. It's about making money, like she said.
That's what Casey's talking about, economics too.
Economics for me. So I talked to Billy the other day, man, one of the founders of the Apollo, man. What a great, Billy gave me some great insight, man. So, you just keep doing it, like the young lady said, you get better and better and hopefully reach the next level.
Nice. Now step right up a little bit. You're fading. I want to make sure we're in the middle. Okay, there we go. Hey, actually, we're going to go down. We have a plan. Chops and I are going to go on a road trip, and we're going to go down to the Apollo Theater, and we're going to interview the guy who takes care of the Apollo. That's going to be a blast.
It's going to be great. Billy's looking forward to us. He was very, very excited. Also work with Maurice Starr, one of the biggest producers in the world, who produced New Kids on the Block, New Edition, and we talk every night. And to hear the stories of how the new kids and new additions. Well, I saw them as coming up, but to see them where they are now is, man, phenomenal.
I actually have tickets to go see New Kids on the Block. Then after that, it'll be Britney Spears, that whole thing. Kind of like we already saw Elton John, so I want to go a little bit younger. But so how are things going? How's Mrs. Turner doing these days?
My wife is doing well. She got a new car, so she lets me drive it sometimes. So it's a blessing.
Oh yeah. Wait a minute. What about you? You didn't get a new car?
I'm working on it. It's slow but sure.
Wait a minute. How come she got a new car and you didn't get it?
I don't know, man. But that's right. Hey, I got to keep singing, man. I gotta keep singing. Yeah.
You're a few songs away from a new car.
I'm a few songs away. That's right. That's what I am. A few songs away.
That's all right. So, what kind of car does she have?
She just bought a brand new SUV. So it was great. She always wanted one of those, so it took a long time.
You got kind of an SUV there. I see the Jeep outside there.
Oh, Jeep, but it does its purpose. So.
The one with the front end bashed in. That one. There?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's got there's a big dent in the front.
Hey, no, that's a big. That's what you call pay your dues. I paid my dues for a long time, man.
All right, so Mrs. Turner's driving out brand new SUV, and Chavez is coming down with that thing, and there's a big dent in the front. The tire's going like this.
You crazy?
It's just something's wrong here.
Oh man, you go to the bumps and bruises. That's part of show business, man. No pain, no gain.
There's no business like show business. So you see Alyssa here, obviously you're a young person like that. Hey, the sky's the limit. She's having such a great time. She's enjoying it. She's connected with the audience. Wow, I mean, you came up the ranks like that. Yeah. So what do you say to a young person like that?
I say keep doing it. She's got the great passion. She's got beautiful family behind her. That's what it takes, For me, it's been a real... over almost 50 years now, so it's been a real tough grind, but she's got the whole world ahead of her. I wish her nothing but the best of success. Nothing but the best of success.
You know what Chops like to say? Chops like to say, you got the skills to pay the bills.
Yeah,
so I think that's right. All right, well, Chops. All right, well, maybe you can sing us a song in a few minutes, will you? All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're going to bring Philip McDonald up. Philip McDonald, ladies and gentlemen, coming up here for a minute. And then we'll have this guy. This guy is a very interesting character. Wait a minute. Step right up over here. How come you got the shades on over here?
Well, following that bright young lady, it's not about these lights. Hey, every week I pick on Chops, and today he's got that Lou Rawls look.
Oh my God.
Remember like a month ago, he had like a Bobby Brown look, and
You know the song? He likes to sing Lou Rawls. You know that song? You'll never find as long as you live.
yeah, absolutely. And it's nice to be here tonight. And on the way in tonight, Paul sees me. And says, wow, shot Velvy, and then I realized, wait a minute, don't I look like an usher down at the Z? But actually, on a serious note, I came from Dr. John Fletcher's wake earlier tonight. A gentleman who believed in youth, not just education. Everybody knew him through education. He was a teacher, vice principal, served on a school committee 6 or 7. He believed in committing to youth, educating them. And then when they were done with high school and college, he was still with them and promoted them. And so many people who came up through politics, whether it be Kevin Finnerty or Josh Emerald, different people, integrating different community events like Miss New Bedford to high school or junior high school to show these kids there's something outside of school when you're done, And so I wasn't sure if I was going to come. I was a little sad, kind of won out. I said, no, I'm going to come over and support this. And that's kind of what I've been telling Paul ever since day one. Even when I'm not here, I'm listening in, I'm watching, and it's been crazy. And I talked to Chops earlier. Oh, by the way, now we're going to inform you, Casey. I've decided that I'm going to be your talent agent. And we a new firm, a talent firm, not agency, right? Crazy turns. Chops turn.
Crazy turns. Chops turn. Crazy.
There you go, yeah. I'll invest in Fruit of the Loom.
That's real catchy.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, But it's, and and a big shout out to last week, that huge fire coming across the river. You talk about in New Bedford, I live 200 yards away from that fire. Our first responders, short-staffed, did an amazing job. Nobody got hurt. The conditions they deal with. I used to be part of the Red Cross and part of that. And it's just always just so good to now know that New Bedford has this. And I know you've had this coming up on 2 years now, pretty much close to that, right? Keep it going, my friend. Thank you.
So much. Thank you very much. Philip McDonald, ladies and gentlemen. And you're going to the feast this year, right? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're going to the feast. Oh, yeah, you're bringing the feast back, right?
No. This year, the Thursday night, the opening night is Get the Lead Out, the Led Zeppelin tribute. Saturday night is The Great Escape, which is the Journey tribute. 2 amazing bands. Get yourself down there.
All right, the feast. That's right. It hasn't been there in 2 years. Hey, do you know they got a new dance that they're bringing to the feast? Did you know that? The Mala Samba. All right, Chops, save me. Ladies and gentlemen, one more song for my good friend Chops. He's always here to entertain you as we wind things down here on the Paul Santos Live Show for this year. Beautiful summer night here in New England. Once again, Chops Turner, here he is.
Give it up for Paul Santos, ladies and gentlemen. I thought I'd sing this song. One of my favorites by George Benson, who wrote this song. Most people think it's Whitney Houston, but George wrote this for Muhammad Ali. And I'd like to do it for you because it reminds me when I was a little guy. I believe that children are our future. Teach them well, let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. Everybody's looking for a hero. People need someone to look up to. Never found anyone to fulfill my need. A lonely place to be. So I learned to depend on me. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I lived as I believed. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity, because the greatest love of all is happening to me. I found the greatest love of all inside of me. The greatest love of all. It's easy to achieve. Learning to love each and every one of ourselves is the greatest love of all. I believe children are our future, that's true. Teach them well, let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I live as I believe. And no matter what they take from me. They can't take away my dignity, because the greatest love of all is happening to me. I found the greatest love of all inside of me. The greatest love of all is easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all. And if I get that special place that we all be dreaming of, lead you to a lonely place, find your strength, find your strength in love. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My co-host right here, world-class vocalist and entertainer, Chops Turner. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Okay, we'd like to take the opportunity to thank our guests, starting with the former Miss New Bedford, just a tremendous talent, as you know, singing out there on the cruise ships. It is Alyssa Matoza. There she is right there. And of course, we have from Surf Pro Dartmouth, New Bedford, Mr. Doug Glassman. Philip McDonald, one of our top supporters. Thank you so much. Crazy Casey over there. Yes, he's just a little crazy. And as we said, Chops Turner. And we'd also like to thank our other sponsors, Bristol County Media. We have Tomatoes Italian Restaurant down there in Mashpee, Massachusetts. We have Aaron Pools and Spas and Double Bar Music. Next week, right here on the show, we will have 15-year-old tremendous singer who is actually working with the great vocal coach, Sharon Jensen. Again, she's 15 years old. Her name is Hallie Grace, and she's going to be here next week. Hey, I'm Paul Santos. Thank you so much for watching the Paul Santos Live Show. We'll see you next week, and don't forget to laugh. Have a great night, everybody. Good night.